Advent calendars only make sense when you understand Advent itself, a season that goes back more than 1,400 years to the early Christian church. The word Advent comes from the Latin adventus, meaning coming or arrival. Originally, Advent wasn't a child-friendly countdown at all. It was a solemn, reflective period for adults, marked by fasting, prayer, and preparation. Christians used it to look ahead to two comings, the birth of Jesus at Christmas and his expected return at the end of time. Advent always begins on the fourth Sunday before Christmas and ends on Christmas Eve. Because it's tied to Sundays, its exact start date changes each year, but the season is always built around 4 weeks. Over the centuries, particularly in Western Europe, the strict fasting softened and Advent took on a gentler, more family-centered character. The 4 Sundays began to focus on themes of hope, peace, joy, and love, offering a steady progression through the darkest part of the winter. One of the most recognizable symbols of Advent today is the Advent wreath. Early versions appeared in German-speaking regions as far back as the 16th century, but the modern form is credited to a 19th-century Lutheran pastor, Johann Hinrich Wichen. Working with poor children in Hamburg, he created a wooden wheel with 24 candles, 4 large ones for the Sundays and small ones for the days in between. Lighting a new candle each day helped children see the countdown take shape. Over time, this became the evergreen wreath with 4 candles that many churches and families still use. In most Western traditions, the Sunday candles represent hope, peace, joy, marked by a rose-colored candle, and love. Some wreaths add a 5th candle, the Christ candle, lit on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Before printed Advent calendars existed, families created their own homemade rituals to mark the days leading to Christmas. These appeared mainly in 19th-century Germany. Parents drew 24 chalk lines on a doorframe, and children rubbed one away each morning. Others lit 24 small candles, 1 per day. Some households pinned up a new religious picture or Bible verse daily, and in many homes, children placed a piece of straw into an empty manger, slowly building a bed for the Christ child. None of these traditions were commercial. They were simply ways to give shape to the waiting. The first printed Advent calendar arrived in the early 1900s. A German printer, Gerhard Lang, took inspiration from a childhood memory. His mother had glued little sweets onto cardboard so he could eat one a day. His earliest calendars featured small pictures that children pasted onto a backing sheet. Soon came the innovation that defined the modern version, cardboard doors that opened to reveal illustrations or Bible verses. These calendars quickly became a beloved feature in German homes. Their rise was disrupted in the 1930s when religious imagery was restricted under the Nazi regime, and during the Second World War, cardboard rationing halted production entirely. But after 1945, Advent calendars surged back. American soldiers stationed in Germany sent them home. Publishers revived the designs, and by the 1950s, they were common in British and American households. For decades, the calendars were purely pictorial. It wasn't until the 1980s that chocolate-filled versions became widespread, as confectionery companies realized how easily they could turn the countdown into a daily treat. Today, Advent calendars come in every form imaginable: chocolates, toys, perfumes, beauty products, beer, tea, even luxury gifts. Some see that as excess, and it's hard to argue. But underneath all the commercial noise, the meaning hasn't changed. The daily ritual, whether opening a tiny door, lighting a candle, or marking a day off a chalk line, still echoes the original purpose of Advent, a slow, steady approach towards Christmas, filled with anticipation and small moments of light in the darkest part of the year.